Hello.
Welcome.
Hello and welcome.
Hey,
Welcome
hey, hey.
to the Sometimes Something podcast, episode number
39.
Whoa, he gets it right.
Did I get it? Oh, I thought we were in the
Yeah.
40s. I thought I had definitely
Nope.
thrown it there.
No, nobody got it right last week.
Really?
Colton came out swinging with confidence, but he was off too.
Oh,
And
really?
then Kari jumped in with, I think, just a meme answer and also got it wrong.
It's about
Here
being
we are.
drunk on confidence, just being like, I know I'm absolutely right. This is gonna be right, and then you just fall flat in your face. It's like
That never
either you
happens to me.
double
I don't know-
down
I don't
or
know
you
what
just
you're talking about.
fucking admit defeat. I don't know.
No. It always goes perfectly for me.
Oh, of course, 100%.
Yeah, 100% of the time it's fine. No big deal.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Anyways,
This is the first time seeing Colton's new setup.
I think he had a white sheet last
week.
week.
Not.
Before.
I don't know. In any case,
In any case, look at that. Look at that green screen.
Look at that. Looks very
Perfectly
easy.
lit.
Yeah, VFX artists
I was
around
just
the world.
thinking how much that would suck to fucking key.
there's that one, and then
I mean, you gotta. Oh, okay.
that's a little better.
You know what?
Iron
That's a bit better. I could
We'll let
I
you.
iron it.
We'll let you have
Can
trouble
work
with that.
that. Throw an IBK on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like with with keyers for like live stuff, I think it's got to be like I don't know.
Anyways, you
It does the
Welcome
job.
to episode 39.
Episode
Today
39.
we're going to be
Yep.
talking about Oscars. I think what's the big stuff? We're going to probably do. Are we good to do Oscar predictions? Should we run
Yeah.
through
Yeah.
that? Are we set up to do that at
Yeah.
all? Paige?
I don't know where it's at.
Uh,
We can look at them. We can probably be more casual about it because
Yeah, I
honestly,
wasn't
I'm-
gonna track it this year.
yeah.
I think that's
Okay,
usually
okay,
pretty
yeah, we don't
boring
have to.
too. Just
Y-
watching
yeah,
back
I
at our
wasn't
ones from last year.
super-
instead of
Wait,
being
hold
like,
on, hold
this
on.
one-
You don't want to know about the most prestigious awards show in the world, guys?
No, I think
you don't
Kate's
want to like.
saying
No,
the episode was
just-
boring. The
We're not
episode
just
was
gonna
boring.
go through and everybody says what they think's gonna win because
Yeah.
it's 2 episodes of us being like, best cinematography. This. Oh yeah.
You mean that's not engaging content, kid? What the hell?
No. If we were more
Yeah.
engaging,
We're also
it could
talking
be.
about Dune though today as well.
Yes.
Ooh, yeah, let's do it.
Big sandwormies. Yeah, that's actually Colton's brother is the sandworm. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Colton's brother. He's 450,000 years old. And
Good
he's
lord.
they hired him on. Was it a big deal? It's kind of cool. You
A
know?
long distance relationship though, because like living on a
For
different
sure.
planet.
Yeah. And like light speed delay. No, I totally get it.
Yeah, and the fact
You
that like
also,
we don't really look alike, so not many people like.
No one
that.
can tell.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fair.
You guys
Different
also
father,
did
too.
a blue Gatorade. Is that something
That's
that you do,
Colton's
Colton?
signature move. What are you talking about?
Mhm.
Have you never seen Colton do his blue Gatorade spin?
I like red
move?
Gatorade. I don't know what the fuck people like blue for. That's nasty.
People love blue, and I don't stand it.
Yeah, what's wrong with you? What? Blue's great. Hold on.
Yeah,
What?
blue's fine.
No. Red's like cherry flavor. That's always like the best. Blue
Red
is like
tastes like medicine. Red is
Yeah,
literally
red
red tastes
is
so
medicine.
good. Okay, I'm dying on this hill. Wait, do you all like blue?
I don't.
I enjoy them all. but
I drink
red
blue.
is
I
the worst one.
like blue. Red's not the one
I
I'm
don't
going
dislike blue. It's just not my favorite. Where it seems like it's the default favorite for like everybody.
'Cause blue is just safe and easy. You know, it looks good. Red, it
Yeah,
tastes
red
like
is daring and it kind of like you got to
tastes
live
like
on the
medicine.
edge.
It
for. What?
tastes like NyQuil.
That's the most white boy. Like when I drink red Gatorade, I feel alive.
Are you looking at me right now? Do you see my fucking pasty face?
Dude, red Gatorade's the most exciting thing that's ever happened to me. What a highlight.
Anyways.
I was a straight edge growing up. I was straight edge.
Mhm.
I would
Mhm.
totally fucking believe you're
I'm
straight
kidding.
edge. I would have totally believed
I
you
would
were
believe
fucking
you too, to
straight
be
edge.
honest. I just,
Dude.
I can kind of see it.
yeah.
Anyways, all right, back to Dune.
And now you think you have a wild streak because you dyed your hair. And you're like, I'm not straight edge anymore. I'm crazy now. I dyed my hair
look
and I
at
had a
edge
beer
bar.
once. Dude,
You
how do
guys like the
straight
worm
edge-
brother more
How
than
do straight edge people become more insufferable than like drug addicts? I swear to God.
Do you actually know anyone that was straight edge?
I actually
I
don't know.
do. There was
I
a
knew
kid in my
somebody in high
class.
school.
Mm.
So
I don't know what it fully is outside of like a subculture. Is it like a band or something as well, or something?
No.
Or I
Oh, like
no
always had a
drugs,
shirt.
no
That's what I'm saying. They
alcohol.
always had like a shirt that was like,
Right.
you know what
I
I
have
mean?
no idea.
That was more of a states thing, right? Like I had never heard that term until Kari said it in like school.
There was a kid in school who I think learned about it when he was like in grade 8. and then decided he was straight edge. He got bullied a lot. Yeah.
Anyways, well, 3 of us have seen Dune 2.
Yep.
Can you guess?
Yeah,
Can you
which
guess who
3?
hasn't?
Guess who
Pointed at
hasn't
him.
here? Just like a
For me,
just fucking Dora the Explorer.
Yeah.
Guess who hasn't?
Yeah. So,
Good job.
Colin, you've read the books, right? So you don't really care
I read the
about
books.
spoilers.
Yeah, no.
Well, we can actually talk about like what was a little bit different. The ending. The baby
Is
wasn't
it different
born.
with the book?
Well,
Yeah, it was
spoilers for anybody who hasn't seen.
Jesus Christ,
spoil
Colin.
Dune.
Yeah, right.
Immediately goes like, okay, well, we'll talk about what's different, which is, and then immediately like, let's go jump to the ending.
Keep on your toes, guys. Anyways, yeah, Jesus, Paul's kid wasn't born and didn't kill the emperor at the end, Calvin. It was actually
Right.
Paul himself that did it.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I was like, they didn't kill the emperor. What the fuck? Okay, that
Yeah,
makes
no, like the baby, like
fine.
it was supposed to be
That's fine.
his sister that kills the baby.
They
But it's
have
like-
to simplify the books to a degree because the books
Yeah.
are so fucking overcomplicated. You know, it's the epitome. I mean,
Wait,
it's
but
the
they-
original sci-fi shit where everything, yeah, that makes sense.
They didn't kill the emperor in the end.
Okay, yeah. So
Oh, sorry, not the
I
emperor.
thought it
Oh,
was
sorry,
crazy,
Jesus
too.
Christ, Baron. Sorry, the Baron. What did I think?
Okay.
Emperor. Sorry, the Baron
Like, was
himself,
he an
not
emperor
the
as well?
emperor. I was picturing Skarsgård, but in my brain I said emperor.
Gotcha.
No, yeah, it was yeah, because like for a little child to go up and just like stab him in the neck or something, or like in the gut, it's like
We're
that
saying-
would look stupid.
Yeah, we're saying Skarsgård died, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
Skarsgård.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. When I said emperor, I was also thinking him.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yes. I was also It's been
Yeah.
10 years since I read the book. No, it's been more than that. 12, 13 years since I read the book.
Yeah.
What did we think
Yeah,
of people's performances? Yeah. Austin Butler.
I thought they're all.
I thought his was good. Yeah.
I mean, they're all
really
going to
good.
be good. I don't think this is going to be.
I
It's interesting for
Oh,
me because,
yeah,
like, when I
Wilson.
think Dune stuff now,
Yeah. Let's let the.
when I think Dune stuff now, I think you guys can all relate, especially coming from somebody who read it such a long time ago. But when I think Dune stuff now, I
Yeah.
just remap the movie to like. There's nothing in my head that disagrees with what the movie did when it comes to just like what stuff looks like or what the atmosphere is. Like it's so perfect. Like if I like Harry Potter is a great example of stuff in my head that whenever I've seen the movies, I'm like, that's not right. Because you know, in my head I read the books so many times. But yeah, the Dune stuff, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I thought an ornithopter was, or like the spice harvesters looked like, you know, before seeing the movie. Maybe it was just exactly what. Yeah. Anyways, sorry, Paul. What were you gonna say?
I will say the first half, the two leads, Timothée and Zendaya. I would
Don't
say
you talk shit about my
there's
boy.
a scene of them like being intimate and they're on top of this sand dune, and their accents felt so much like kids from Brooklyn just talking that it kind of brought me out of the world just a little bit because you could just
I
hear.
mean, you are the expert of sand dunes.
Hey, you've been there.
Yeah. The cinnamon
that?
swirls of
That's
love,
true.
or
That
whatever
is
you
true.
fucking
Oh my
said.
God.
Whatever
It just
you
took me a
Yes,
little
like
bit
a
out of
clip
it,
right
just
now.
like
yeah,
oh yeah, we'll
cut to the
clip
clip.
clip. It just felt like
Do that.
two
I watched a short
kids
thing
like
of that,
our age,
and I
kind of
also
like, hey,
thought the
what's
same
up?
thing.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I watched the show,
Yeah.
or I watched a clip of that, like
Yeah.
exactly what you're talking about, and I also thought the same thing. But I think is the excuse they're talking a different language?
No, it was in English.
No. Is the in-universe excuse they're talking a different language that's being translated into English, like
Oh, I have no
live?
idea.
You know what I mean? Like they're not actually, like they're not speaking. They're not from Earth.
Yeah, but when you're watching a movie, you're not thinking that. You're like, damn, these people sound like they're
But
fucking
then why
from
can't they
Brooklyn.
have like kind of generic Brooklyn accents, right? Like there's no like if they're not from Earth and Earth exists, sure. But you know, you get what I'm saying? Like it's a translated accent, so to speak,
Yeah, I guess.
because they're not speaking English. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't.
Because they sometimes say their words in their own language. So I was, okay. Now I'm wondering the lore too, because they would sometimes translate for him, right?
Well,
So
I
what,
think the
what
language
Calvin's
he's
saying is,
speaking
like-
is what's getting translated into English just automatically as a baseline
Yeah.
as part of the story.
Yeah,
And
he's
then
saying, Kari,
it's
like
from his
when they're
perspective, kind of.
talking the Sand People language and they do the subtitles and stuff, they're still talking that language what we hear. But when you hear just English, they're just having their normal conversations. He's saying that's actually not English.
Yeah, that's what
I
I'm
guess I
saying.
get that, but now I'm basically curious on.
It did, but it just doesn't
I
translate
get-
for all the language. They just translate one of the languages.
Right.
I think that's a thing.
Oh, here we go. The Atreides speak English, which functions as a stand-in in the films
Is it
for the
called
Imperium's
English?
official language
Right.
of Galak or Galak
There you go.
in the source
There
material.
you go.
Okay.
when they
I
do
remembered
a
something about that.
triple translation.
Yeah.
Well,
thing, or
you're
double
essentially
translation.
they're just remapping Galak to English. Fucking
Right.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
So everything else still doesn't make sense to like the viewer, which makes sense because it doesn't make sense to kind of what the main character and the story perspective is.
Right.
Something they
Yeah, I
did
liked it.
skip in the movies that I'm slightly disappointed is all the weird blackmail with sex scenes. There's a lot of that in the books.
See,
Thought that they could make the
Excuse me?
movies better. Do you not remember this from the books? The books
I
are
didn't read it.
crazy.
I don't think any of us have read
They,
it.
they do
Okay.
imply it in this.
There's
movie.
a lot
They do
of
imply it,
like rape and
'cause
then
that's,
videotaping that and then using that as blackmail politically. Yeah,
They even say they're going to
that's the
do
book.
that in the movie, right? With the
Oh, do they talk
the
about
Baron,
like
technically?
interact?
Didn't they imply that? Sorry, I'm so bad with the lore. Where the lady the Jezebels?
That's a thing. Yes.
The
I don't know if
what's it
it's in the
called?
movie, but
Oh, the
I
Bene
can't remember.
Gesserits.
The Bene
Oh,
Gesserit,
Bene
yeah. Didn't they
Gesserits.
say they were going to do that? Like he was easily controlled, sexually vulnerable, something.
maybe
They were
with
like,
Oh, you're
the
talking about Austin Butler, whatever his name was.
yeah,
That's who they were
totally,
talking
totally.
about then, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
they
know.
were talking about him. Yeah. Anyway,
Anyway.
They're going to show his old audition tapes for Elvis. Hey, mama. Give us a peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Yeah, you want the world to see this? How shit you were one?
yeah.
I mean,
That's
if
like his
you
kicks
read
now,
the
just
books,
anything Elvis related, like dressing up as Elvis with like.
yeah. If you, I think, I mean, I might be getting this wrong, and I might be like remapping books in my head. But if you read the books, I'm pretty sure there's a lot more shit going on that's going on in the movie. Like the movie is just kind of like 1/3 of what's happening in the books, and what's not happening in the movies is all the politics, and all of the rest is space and like the galactic community, which is what these books are all about. But we just kind of hyper focus just down onto like Dune and like Arrakis.
Right.
'Cause, like the rest of it is kind of Star Wars Senate meetings.
Right.
Yeah. You have a lot to
Gotcha.
say for a movie you haven't seen. That's,
Yeah.
I'm talking about the books, you dickhead. I've seen the first one.
I know.
But yeah, I liked it.
But yeah.
It was very pretty. Everything.
You guys have
Yeah.
a favorite sequence?
I did really like the white and black infrared sequence. It was really cool.
Yeah, yeah. It was
I like the
Uh,
crowds in those sequences.
yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't really pay attention.
Careful. Careful.
Oh no, I just like I like. They look great.
We can't start doing this. We can't.
Yeah,
We can't do this.
No,
I
it was really
I
cool.
like the big explosion, the big nukes. That was cool.
Oh yeah,
That
yeah.
was fight. Yeah.
I did really like the Emperor's ship, just like the giant glass
With the
mirror
ball?
ball.
Yeah, yeah. That was cool too.
That was cool.
A lot of creative decisions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very pretty.
Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong.
I will say,
I did-
okay. Oh, go for it. Go for it.
Yeah, I'll just say real quick. I did feel, I know that he's so good at directing, and like I know that's the mood, but I felt like it was a lot of the same tropes of the first one and this film that happened over and over again,
Yes.
where you kind of have like a wide shot,
Yep.
then the music, and then like up close shot, the eye. I feel like that happened like 3 times in separate sequences. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was a little bit like, I was like, yeah. I don't know.
He got like you know what it was? He got like 3 new lenses and was like, "Ooh!" and he just put them everywhere.
That is kind of a Denny trope, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it
When
was
they're
good.
pretty.
It didn't take me
Were
out
they
of it. But
pretty?
like the
I
third
mean-
time, yeah, they were pretty. This is the third time I was
Yeah.
like self-aware of like, okay, like now he's like, I literally predicted like, oh, now he's gonna cut to.
Were
this.
they not? Was it
It's
like
gonna-
self-referential and derivative, where it was like it knew that it was like? Was it like representing
It wasn't
segments
supposed
of
to
the film or
rhyme. It
anything?
wasn't like
Okay.
the genius George Lucas.
Yeah.
It's supposed to rhyme.
Yeah.
Like poetry.
It was
It rhymes.
it's poetry. Yeah. No, it was just kind of I mean, I don't want to start
Yeah.
playing
Yeah.
specific examples.
Yeah, I was
but,
just wondering if it was like marking different sections of the story.
Yeah. Maybe
I
maybe
see what you're
it maybe
saying.
went over my head. Maybe I have to rewatch it and see.
I like
But,
that as an excuse, right? Like it's just like if somebody's like, "Yeah, this is a weird choice," like it went over your head. Don't worry about it. It's a you don't understand. It's too complicated for
Yeah,
you.
you don't have a reason for it, but like, oh, you
Wait
wouldn't
till you see
understand
my
it.
video essay on YouTube in 4 years. It'll explain
That's
everything.
true. I can't wait for
Wait
all the
till-
video
yeah.
essays.
Wait till somebody
Christ.
makes a video essay, you watch them all, and then you pick your favorite. Like, that's it. That's exactly what I was going for.
yeah. No,
Yeah,
I'm
totally.
sure they do that. They're like, yep, yeah, no, that was the meaning behind that. Yeah.
Mhm.
I wonder if directors sit and watch those with like their editing team or like their team and just fucking laugh their asses off, just watching these people trying to break down their films.
They probably don't watch it as a team, but I wouldn't. I'd be surprised if
I'm
they.
sure they send
didn't
it.
watch
Yeah, I'm
some,
sure
yeah.
they send it to their friends. They're like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
I know at least 2 directors that do that for a fact. So
Oh, the guy
Yeah.
that did the Shazam movies actually did that. He's
Yeah.
Yeah,
channel.
yeah.
Yeah, he's like
Yeah.
a YouTube guy, right? Yeah.
We've
Yeah.
talked about
Yeah.
that for a bit. Yeah, that's a great.
I think it's natural for
That's a
most.
great one.
I think even like production, they all do that. I think it's kind of almost a requirement
Yeah.
to
Right.
see the sentiment of what people say.
I was
What's
going
up?
to talk about the fact that, or actually not the fact, the Avatar films and how James Cameron talks about, oh, there were so many audience members that were so disheartened and that they couldn't go to Pandora, that they couldn't live in the world, and that they wanted to be there. And I kept thinking, damn, these people are stupid and idiots. What the fuck? It's a made up world. Oh my god, get a hold of
Yeah,
yourself.
fucking 4-year-olds. You're so stupid.
And then I watched Dune Part 2, and I was like, damn, I want to live there.
Wait, you want to
Oh,
live
what about
there?
You want
Rabbit?
to
I
live
live there, but
Dune?
like,
And you
I wanna
pay
go-
attention to any of the themes.
I want to go back,
wrong with
be
you?
like, damn, that place is so pretty. It looks so cool. Like just going back to some
Go
sand
to a
dunes and laying
desert.
in the sand and just like
Hey,
looking at
this is
stars
about
at
sand
night.
dunes.
So you
This
wanna
whole
go on
thing's
a
about sand
vacation
dunes
again.
again.
Yeah,
He just wants to go fucking vacation in fucking sand dunes again. I swear to
I'm
God.
go to a-
I'm
I knew
tired of the
he was going
fucking cold
somewhere.
here. Okay,
What
Canada.
Third
what
planet.
specifically? You say this about the world, but I'm scared. Like, what specifically about the world, other than the environment?
It's more so just like going back to some nice sand dunes.
He wants to go to
chilling in-
sand dunes
He
in the
again,
water.
wants
Kari.
to go to
It's just
sand
the-
dunes.
it is
That's the
literally
whole
just
bit.
the sand.
Corey, it was a bit, Corey. I think.
Okay.
He's beat a
I want to go
jackass.
make some sand castles.
Alright.
and-
All right.
Actually, I've always wanted to rent like either dirt bikes or buggies or something and go blast around some sand dunes. I've always thought that would be super fun. It's
That'd
like
be
a
cool.
thing they do near where I live.
Yeah.
Yep.
I want to ride a sandworm.
Yeah. You might
Do
be
you think
waiting a
you could
while.
ride
I know,
ride a sandworm?
I know
Do you
somebody.
think you could make that jump? I'm just like,
No, Kari would jump
No,
and hurt
are
his
you
shoulder
fucking-
immediately. Roll off.
That
No
that
no matter how he does the jump, he hurts his shoulder.
Yeah.
I
He
get
lands on his
that
feet,
it's like
he's,
just a movie, but like I don't know how they don't just get like what happens is the worm just wants to dive one day, like you're just dead.
I think
I
what they
think
do,
there's
like,
some in-universe
sure how
reason
they
where you can
control
kind
it.
of guide them so they don't want to dive.
yeah. I'm sure, like,
Yeah.
you remember, Kari, like, when they're riding it, they have, like, their hooks on it. You could, like, pull it up, like, the little flaps and see the holes. I'm guessing, like, when their holes are up and, like, getting sand in it, it's like they're not going to
Yeah.
go
When
under.
their holes are
Have you ever
open.
had like a leash on a dog or a horse? I mean, they
Yeah, but
sometimes
when you
went
put
through
the
their own
leash
stage.
in the dog's ass, it doesn't bury underground. That's the excuse.
little vulgar, but I
Yes,
get
and-
I get the picture.
Yeah. You're not wrong. Not wrong. But yeah.
You're just so smug right now. Look at your face. You're like,
So
yeah,
proud of your
I
dumb
made that
dog joke.
fucking
No,
comparison.
I'm
And we're gonna have to all live with that
I
now.
kept going, and all of you were like, "No." I was like, "Okay, fuck you, fuck
One
you." I
thing real
guess.
quick though, the very first shot of the guy riding the worm, I
Mhm.
was like, I thought it was just he was climbing a tower or something. Like I didn't even realize it was moving. I
It
thought
was
that was
like
cool.
top
It was
down
like a
from
reveal.
above. Yeah,
It was from below, or just like it looked like he was like climbing.
Uh-huh.
Because the camera was completely static or like linked to the sandworm. So it was just a guy standing there in like a sandstorm, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Maybe when
don't
you rewatch
remember.
it, you'll see what I mean. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm
So,
looking
have
forward
to
to
go
watching it
Dune.
eventually. I know.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna
I'm sure
rewatch
it's
it in
either.
theaters.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah, I was thinking about still trying to go
Only
see
if I can get
IMAX.
a.
Do you think
Dune-
it'll be an
Dune
Oscar
popcorn
contender,
box.
boys?
Yes. What are you
probably
talking
not,
about?
honestly. As
Because
what are we thinking? Ape,
out of all of us,
probably not
who would
gonna
get to be on 2 Oscar-winning movies, right? Of course.
Goodness.
Oh, that's why you
Don't know.
said this. Yeah,
Don't know who that would be.
yeah.
That's crazy, dude.
Probably
Just for
someone who's
reference,
added
everyone,
on
they've all
No,
bullied
what
me
the
for
fuck?
the,
Just for
so many
reference,
years
Colton
for the fact
is
that I got an
Colton's
Oscar for
flex corner
Spider-Verse,
right
and then
now.
everyone was like,
Oh my
"Oh,
god.
look at here, Oscar boy, blah 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 blah." And then when Kari finally got his
I didn't win
his
anything.
due
I never
for
got the lot.
Avatar, the
I
sequel,
know you're not
and
the
it's
one
like,
thing.
nah,
You're
what?
the only one claiming you won an Oscar, Colton. We're just
You
going
always bring
along with
this
the
up.
delusion.
You're always trying to
Yeah,
find
it's
a
so
way
weird.
to
You
weasel
always bring
yourself
it up.
into celebrating your accomplishment.
It's
And then for the
dude,
fact,
congrats, I guess. I don't know, man. I think
You
it's
won
and
weird.
it's
Yeah.
been constant like this forever. So now I'm gonna rub it in their faces. That'll by the time when this
Okay.
one comes out.
Oh,
Guys,
okay.
we should all clap for Colton. He wants us to clap for him.
Good job, Colton. Good job.
Good job, Colton.
Thank
On
you,
your
thank
Oscar.
you, thank you very
Award
much.
winner.
Thank you.
Good job. Another straight white man. Thank goodness. Oh, saving us
Oh,
all.
boy.
Oh boy.
Abort. Anyways, what else has been going on? We got the Oscars coming up. I feel like there's nothing I give a shit about. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in a way that I don't give a shit about. As in, all the movies suck. I don't know. I looked at, I fucking was doing predictions, and I was like, I've seen 3 of these movies. And everything else, I'm like, why would I? These are all weird.
Doesn't mean they suck. That means you don't want to watch them or you haven't watched them.
Yeah, but I feel like all of them felt like A20. I mean, there's nothing wrong with A24 films inherently, but I was just like,
Are you talking about like Best Picture?
Best Picture was a good example, but I was going through some of the other categories, and I was just like, I went through all the categories, and I was like, 75% of these films wouldn't be here if there wasn't like a massive drought right now. Like it just felt like they were all like artsy fartsy films. A lot of them.
I mean, that's kind of how it always is, right?
I feel like it wasn't. It was worse this year. Like if 50 to 60% of the categories is kind of like Oscar baity films, usually right now it's 100%. With the exception of like a Guardians of the Galaxy.
Barbie's
3.
up there.
I was gonna say Barbie seems the
Okay,
The
Barbie's
only
like
one
the
is,
fucking extra 1%.
I would say Maestro is the biggest Oscar baity
Yes.
movie of the year. Everything else is like, I don't know, indie flicks. Maestro, I think, is like the biggest Oscar baity.
Oppenheimer.
I would say it's just a genuine film. I would say because like
it is kind of Oscar baity because of the cast.
I think Oppenheimer.
Like it's a loaded cast. Like the cast is a bit, yeah.
Yeah, but
There's no fucking way they're not going. They're swinging as hard as shit.
Okay, there's a difference between like a genuine film that just will do well at the Oscars and just an Oscar baity film.
Yeah.
For example, looking at Maestro, it's like they're hyping up the lead and they're bringing out the guns, the big guns, in regards to like, oh, he was training 7 years of his life to do.
Yeah, but they did that for Oppenheimer for fucking 6 months as well. Yes, they did. What are you talking about? That's all I saw was just interviews from the cast talking about
like every movie that comes out that has a budget over $200 million.
One of the things that I'm thinking Oscar baity is when you overdo it. You know what I mean? Like when you have side characters that have 3 lines that some major like leading actor and he's cast.
I still agree with Colton where
I
think there's a difference because it's a Christopher Nolan movie. Anybody he calls is going to do it. I could be like, oh, I can get an Oscar for this.
Yeah, but I feel like you don't need to cast. I think there is something reductive when you have like everyone as these massive roles. This is kind of like whenever you see like, okay, for example, say there's like a courtroom scene, there's somebody that's like supposed to jump up and twist everything and surprise that he's alive or there. And then if it's somebody famous that's just in the row, you're immediately going, what's Brad Pitt doing there? And why is he playing like a side character?
In that situation, but
no, but I'm just saying it can be like reductive. I don't think you need to do it. I'm not saying I can critique it at all, but I'm just saying, like I would say saying Oppenheimer's doesn't have some Oscar baity stuff. Also how they're like avoiding VFX and doing that whole thing and shooting it on film, and it's like, okay, dude, we get it.
Yeah, I don't know if that's all Oscar baity, but yeah, there's a lot of good movies in the list. I think I've seen half of them at least for the Best Picture. I think I haven't seen American Fiction or The Holdovers, Maestro. Okay, I haven't seen a lot of these, or Poor Things, or Zone of Interest. I think just under half.
So majority of the films.
Past Lives, Oppenheimer, Killers of the Flower Moon, Barbie, Anatomy of a Fall. 5. That's half. I've seen half.
Pretty good.
I really want to see Killers of the Flower Moon.
It's good. It's on Apple now.
Oh right.
If you have that. Yeah,
That
there's a lot of good
involved-
movies.
That's like that comedy, right?
No, that's
Yeah,
like a
maybe-
French movie.
Maybe I'm
Uh,
just super out of touch these years, but I feel like the last like year or two, I've just been absolutely checked out on like
Still
so
watching
many
too much
been
movies.
anime.
constantly gaming. That's your medium. You've been enjoying more.
Dude, I fuck you.
Or, no, like that was like I'm trying to be like that is like your medium. That you
I don't
enjoy.
think that
Yeah.
stops me from watching these. I could always put it on another monitor and at least like kind of watch it. You know?
I try doing that, but I still feel guilty
I
doing
don't-
that.
Yeah,
It's
I
like I
can't-
want
I
to put
can't
all
do
my
that.
attention towards this film and actually like enjoy it.
Yeah.
My thing is, if you can't get my attention away from doing something else, it's a bad film. Any time that I've done that, and it's a film that I end up liking, I always end up just like stop playing the game.
And
I
that's
just sit
why
here
you
and
only
watch
watch TikToks as entertainment.
There you go.
Just screaming at you with.
it. Listen, all I'm saying
You know
is
what?
I think
Like Mr.
I'm on
Beast is a better
Calvin's
I
side
think
here.
filmmaker than
King
Scorsese.
Bach
I'm just
could
saying.
be nominated
I-
for an
wait,
Oscar.
no, no,
That's all I'm saying.
I'm on Calvin's side here because there's a good example of I recently watched the Fury Road again, and I just put it up on the side. I was like, oh, I'll have this in the
Yeah,
background,
you end
and it
up
was
just
so good that I just stopped everything else. I just focused right on that movie because it was just so.
That's a good movie.
No wonder you're so behind on work.
That's unrelated.
Oh.
yeah.
Oh boy, oh boy.
That was uncalled.
all our bits can't be fucking things we can't talk about.
I think it was
fucking
fine. I think
an hour and a
everyone
half of
understood.
in jokes that like we legally can't explain. That's awful.
Oh, boy.
Oh fuck.
Anyways, your Oscars
Watch
are
more
coming out.
movies. Yep.
Hope you guys enjoy all of
Is
your.
that this weekend? That's this weekend.
This weekend, yeah.
Oh, I
Why
can't.
don't we
be
do a
fucked.
quick? Let's just predict one. Let's just predict the visual effects one because that's
Yes,
related.
yeah,
to
well,
this
what
one.
is there?
Because I feel like we
Alright.
can.
What's
We
the
Visual
actually can-
effects. The nominees are The Creator,
Mm-hmm.
Godzilla -1,
Mhm.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Mission Impossible,
Mm.
and Napoleon.
Okay, I have a hot take.
Okay.
I feel like the creator might take it, but I really want Godzilla to take it.
I think it's gonna be a fight out between those two as well.
I think it's going to be a fight between Napoleon, Godzilla, and Creator, just because Napoleon's like the most Oscar movie of those lists,
That's
you
Yeah.
know.
Okay. That's fair.
But I hope the Creator wins, but I haven't seen Godzilla
Yeah.
-1. I hope Godzilla or Creator wins. Either one of those wins, I'll be happy.
The creator reminded me of ways of Top Gun, watching a lot of the behind the scenes and just kind of how I felt like. I mean, what do I know? But it felt like their approach seemed correct, as in they weren't trying to fix problems, and it seems like they were very hyper aware of what they were doing and approached it kind of
Yeah.
like altruistically and correctly. I mean, Godzilla -1 also did this, so that's like the size of the team on that, and considering how many shots.
Right.
That was also a thing. I mean, did anyone watch Dead Reckoning?
I did.
Yeah.
There was some stuff
Oh,
in
really?
the end
Okay.
didn't look great to me. Oh, the train stuff.
really?
When they're hanging
Oh,
on the
right.
train.
Yeah,
Okay,
okay,
that
so
is
it's
some
creator
full
Godzilla
CG.
-1 and Napoleon.
Yeah.
What's funny is I love looking at the names for these because Neil Corbold is in 2 of those. And then
There's somebody that's in 3, isn't there? I thought no, maybe not.
Neil Corbold, he's also in
Yeah,
Mission
yeah.
Impossible Dead Reckoning. So
Right.
Simone Coco is in 2 of them.
Yeah. All right.
I'm
well, let's all
assuming these
take,
are soups. I
take a
should
bet on
probably-
what's gonna win. We'll do it right here.
I'm gonna go with creator.
I was also going to go with creator.
I'm gonna say Godzilla. Fuck it. They deserve it.
I think they all deserve it.
Yeah, I mean, they all
Yeah,
deserve
that's
it. I have a feeling the creator will win, but I'm gonna be the underdog
I'm-
here. Go Godzilla.
I'm gonna say the Creator because that's what I want to win.
I have an inside baseball reason that I don't think Godzilla -1 is going to win. Is because we know how kind of bought and paid for the Oscars ends up being, and like that's pretty common knowledge that it's a lot of like campaigning and like talking to essentially your friends and giving everyone that votes on the panels like private screenings and like all the shit to try and become more favorable. I don't know if the production behind Godzilla's -1 has those connections or that
Mm.
money, right? I could see Napoleon
Good point.
definitely having that, and I can see the creator having that, as well as the
Yeah.
other
I think
two,
it's
but,
Napoleon I feel like Napoleon probably their production is probably not wanting people to know.
But look at Top Gun.
Like
Top Gun was in the same
no,
thing where they were like, no
I know, but
visual
like
effects.
I think it's in their favor to not, especially with how they did stuff in the past. I think they would not push for visual effects specifically. Maybe everything else.
But they get to say like Oscar nominated.
Yeah,
And that's
think-
already been like
I-
very well advertised. That makes you like 10% more money.
yeah. I think
But it's
after the
also,
movie's
like-
done and released, Kari, they don't really care.
I
They're
don't
like,
think they
sure.
care.
It was all CG.
I disagree. I think that there's a whole thing. I mean,
I
I'm
don't think
also
they care. I
gonna
think
keep
they want
talking
the
about this,
Oscar nominated like tag
but there's
where they make like
even a bigger thing
couple
where they
hundred
don't
million
want
more
that.
money dollars.
I think there still is a big. I don't want to go too much detail.
They
but, like,
wouldn't be in the nominations if they thought that. The nominations
No.
are they wouldn't have applied for it if they thought that.
Yeah.
I'm saying like as far as campaigning for it, like you're saying.
I think the campaigning
think-
for
I
it is
think
them
they're not.
campaigning for trying to get like Oscar nominated, which makes you more money. I'm saying like on the DVD box it says Oscar nominated. They don't have to say VFX Oscar.
I get
They
what you're
just say
saying.
that and it gets more
I just
clicks.
have reason to disagree with that.
I mean, I
But
think
I guess
Top
we'll
Gun
see.
kind of disproves. If it wins, I'll be so pissed. But I think it's so. I think that's why I think creator.
Yeah, I think creator's gonna win. Like
Well, it's
I
fine.
just think
easy,
people
they
like
went
the
hard for
creator.
visual effects.
Has
And
a
I've
Marvel
seen
one
them
ever
doing
won?
so much marketing for it. Was that kid?
So has a Marvel one ever won?
No.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Infinity War was like the closest chance they had.
And what
What did they
First
lose out
Man
to?
made it? First Man, wasn't
First
it?
Man.
Oh
What a
wow.
joke! What a joke!
That was
Hey,
crazy.
whoa,
Actually,
hey,
I watched
Man
First
still had
Man.
some people.
It was a fun film. They got a whole bunch of stuff really wrong, but I liked the film. It's
Sorry,
just
wrong as in like VFX or just this story?
that's an arguable.
Wait. Wrong
Um,
as in VFX or like the story? Like, what are you talking about?
You could argue they got the VFX wrong. Like stuff's to
Okay.
do with what out a window looks like while going up through atmospheres. You don't all of a sudden get fucking sunlight, then darkness, then sunlight. It's not a thing. So there's some
Calvin's been to
stuff like
space
that.
for the
that's-
record.
Yeah, I've been to
Right, right.
multiple times when I listen. Listen, when I go play Warframe, I actually teleport up to space.
Actually, no. We
Um,
played a shit ton of Helldivers. We know what space looks like.
It's
That's
true.
I hate
True.
you. I want to.
True.
We're moving on. I'm gonna have an end.
Wait, have we talked about Helldivers yet?
I don't.
We
I don't
talked
know.
I
about
don't
it a
know if
couple
we've
times.
talked about it as us playing it all on the podcast. Anyways, the creator, I think, is what everyone's saying.
No.
That's the Oscars.
Difficult.
I mean, I know
I think-
have a.
I think-
They're
I
going to
think
win,
that's
but I
also
would
a
be
good
happy if
chance.
Godzilla won, just because
Godzilla's
it's a small
also-
team, and it's like it's the first time I think Godzilla got nominated for any Oscar, like any for the
Is that
entire
true?
70 years that it's been out.
Really, really. Let's see.
That's crazy.
I guess it's their first Oscar nom for
I
any.
believe it. Yeah, that's interesting.
Oh yeah.
But anyways,
franchise. His first
yeah,
ever
so that's the
film.
Oscars. Yeah, we've been
Yep.
playing the shit out of Helldivers for a couple weeks now.
Yeah, it's been our game whenever we play.
We've been kind of
something.
just booting it up when we're looking for something. I think we're playing it at a good pace. I don't think we're getting super burnt out. And I think by the time we start to slow down on it, I think mechs are coming soon, which will be fun.
Yeah, I think
You
they
could ride in a
officially announced
mech?
it today.
Oh my god. How many
I'm
times have we
so
talked
behind.
about
I'm
mechs?
not playing video games that often these days. What do you want?
I feel like we've talked about mechs to your face so many times about how that. I don't know.
Well, we
maybe
haven't talked about it in the podcast. So podcast.
True.
Jesus.
This is news.
Podcast.
Yeah.
So bring it out. Don't just
Yeah.
There's
don't-
mechs. There's mechs. We've talked about this. There's mechs. So mechs are getting added, and I think vehicles after that. And then I think they're adding like some new enemies.
Battle
I'm not
Royale?
sure. No, that's
PvP?
definitely not happening. Things that are not happening.
Those are
I wouldn't
Calvin's
hate it.
favorite things, by the way.
No,
Yeah.
personally, I wouldn't
Yeah.
hate it. But the game director and the CEO have said no.
I'll make it PvP myself. It's okay.
Yeah, it's already PvP. I don't know what people are
Yeah.
talking about. Play with Kari. It's already definitely PvP.
Oh, boy.
So yeah, that'll be fun when that comes out. I'm looking forward to it. There's also so
Yeah.
many old weapons from the previous game they can port over. But yeah, that game's dope. If you haven't played it, go take a look at it. Get like a
Definitely
couple
worth
people
it.
together, or go in the Discord and get some people to go play it with because it's so much fun.
I want to talk about since I've been doing the an Elden Ring co-op game with one of my friends just for a little while before we all do it as a group, just to test it out, test out the bugs. we've been doing a level 1 run where you only stay as level 1
Jeez, that
and you
sounds
can only upgrade your
ridiculous.
weapons. We've gotten pretty far, so like we've
It's not as bad as it sounds, kid.
it's as a duo, it's a little harder because
You just can't get hit, right? Like
you just can't get hit.
Your
But the
damage ends up being
resistances
okay if you follow
for
the build.
everything, Calvin, let me finish. The resistances are higher for every boss, and the damage, again, you have to do double the damage kind of thing. Bleed procs are again double the resistances, so that makes it a little bit tougher. There are some bugs in regards to like your game not booting up properly. Like I have to go into Steam to boot up the normal game and then close that one to then boot up the co-op if for some reason if my computer's
Yeah,
on for a
weird.
little while. So we'll have to deal with that. But
I'm sure we'll
as just
figure it
experience,
out.
it's really fun. And I definitely think we'll all enjoy it together.
Can we do
Um,
4 people?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can.
Nice.
Yes,
And then the
efficient.
last thing is that if you ever do a level 1 run, be prepared to slam your keyboard a lot.
Yeah, fuck that.
Well,
Fuck that.
it's the same as like a no hit run, right? Like it's identical.
To an extent, yeah. Like you
Yeah.
can there's ways, like obviously watch just a bunch of speedrunners and you'll find all the strats of like getting the best weapon early in the game. Like I'm using the Serpentine Hunter Spear, where you have to go into somewhat of a late game area, but you can achieve or get there quite early on. You just have to beat a semi high level boss, the Godskin Noble, which was just pure madness trying to fight. Like it's just
Is that
you'll see us screaming and
the big one or
wanting
the
to kill
small
ourselves
one?
later on.
The Godskin
Sorry.
Noble. There's 2 of the Godskins, right? There's
He's
like
the
big
fat one that rolls
Fat
around
one.
like a little
There's
roly-poly.
3 fights with them. There's the skinny
Yes.
fucker, the fat fucker, and then the skinny and fat fucker. Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, that's
But
right.
you could fight him 2 times. He's on the bridge to get one of the
Right.
and
the skinny guy you can
runes.
also fight 2 times because the skinny guy is in the castle on the right, and then he's up by the fucking windmills. The windmills of
lady
that's the top
dancers.
there as well. Yeah.
They're also like randomly.
That's such a good game.
Oh,
Oh,
see
fucking
running into stuff.
That's gonna be dope. I can't wait. I am kind of speaking of modern open world fantasy RPGs. Have you guys looked at Dragon's Dogma at all?
No, but I hear it's really people are hyped for
it.
I was very much like me, but like I watched a couple videos. There is some cool stuff going on, like no fast traveling, and your companions that are with you are what your map markers are.
I just looked at the price on the Steam page, $94 Canadian. Holy shit, that's a lot for a game.
That's like 80.
I thought it was 80 actually.
79 is like the standard.
Yeah, 79 is the standard. Yeah, this is 95.
But I have seen more and more.
No,
games
but like 80 American is
higher.
normal, which is like 100. Yeah.
No, it's 79 Canadian has been like kind of like the standard for the longest.
No, but $80 for a game American. I thought that was what the standard for AAA was.
No, it's,
I never recall seeing 94 Canadian. I always see 79.99 Canadian.
Yeah.
For AAA?
Yeah.
I feel like every AAA game I've bought in the last 5 years has been over $100.
Well, you buy like the deluxe digital editions or whatever, you know.
I guess I do.
I mean, I do most of the time too. Yeah.
This better be a good fucking game. It's $100 for.
Anyways, but it's cool. Like instead of having like map markers, your little like your companions will tell you kind of where stuff is and be like over here this way, which is kind of cool. And they'll like point, which is cool. And then if you're pulling companions from other players, because like that's the whole thing, is right. You make a companion and people can pull like each other's companions and stuff online. If that player has already done that area with that companion and they know where treasure is, your little companion will like yell at you like, "Hey, I know that there's treasure over here. Last time I was here with a hero. Do you want me to show it to you?" And then you just walk. Like it's very organic feeling. Like it feels like you just kind of follow around your little group of adventurers.
Why did I think this was like a top-down, like kind of Baldur's Gate game?
No, were you thinking Colton Help? What's the other Baldur's Gate like game? That's
Dragon Age.
Dragon Age. Yeah, were you thinking Dragon Age, kid?
No, I mean this is closer to Dragon Age, I would say, than Baldur's Gate, right? As far as like walking around.
I thought you were. I was saying like getting confused with Dragon Age. Anyways,
maybe
it looks cool.
You could like customize your companion to be like whatever you wanted.
There's this that whole system's back.
You played it before?
Co-op, but
no. I just had friends that played it. And I watched
movie.
Yeah, people love the first one, so
Yeah.
it looks kind of cool. It looks like there's a lot of fighting big monsters, and
Big monster.
it looks fun, man.
Big
I'm
monster.
kind of excited for it.
What movie is this from? Big monster.
Thor Ragnarok.
Do it again. No,
Big monster.
I don't know. Do it again.
That's
You
my
have to
Hulk
do it
impression.
again.
If anyone wants to
No.
hire me for the next Hulk iteration.
Yeah, you're the
I
next
actually don't
Bruce
remember
Banner.
that in Thor Ragnarok. I
Oh,
That's
it's like
when-
when
Surtur's all big and he's destroying Asgard, and they gotta leave before he blows up the whole
Oh.
island. and he
Oh, it's
wants
like
to go
a
attack
comedy
him.
line. Big monster.
Big monster.
They're like, get
He's
on the
all
boat,
bummed.
idiot.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's our episode, folks. Thanks for
Thanks for
tuning
joining us.
in.
Yeah.
Don't
be
forget
sure to check out Dune Part 2 in theaters near you.
We're not
Go
getting
support.
paid.
They will get paid with their experience.
They will get paid with their experience. Yeah,
I'm
Gotcha.
sponsored.
Before
Drink
Kari offers his own
Coca-Cola.
money there.
Drink Coca-Cola.
Oh, we didn't talk about the
You
fucking
saved me.
the Dunessi, the popcorn bucket.
Anyways,
And-
okay.
And
well,
the podcast.
Oh wait, we
Good to
didn't
see
talk
you,
about
buddy.
Calvin's furry suit.
Goodbye.